A Stoic values the company of a woman not for her outward appearance, but for her virtue and wisdom, for these are the marks of a truly harmonious companionship. Marcus Aurelius.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Beyond Stoicism. I'm your host, delving into the philosophy that guides us through life's complexities. Today, we're discussing 8 things you should never accept from a woman. Through the lens of Stoicism, we'll uncover how to uphold your self-respect and tranquility in any relationship. Make sure to like this video if it resonates with you and subscribe for more philosophical explorations. Let's embark on this journey together. The first principle relevant to relationships is control, particularly over our reactions and emotions. Stoics believe that while we can't control external events or the actions of others, we have absolute power over our responses. In the context of relationships, this means focusing on our own behaviors and reactions, rather than attempting to control our partner, which is not only impossible but often leads to frustration and conflict. Next is indifference to external goods. Stoicism teaches that true happiness comes not from external sources like wealth, status, or even relationships, but from within. This doesn't mean that Stoics are against forming relationships or seeking companionship. Rather, it emphasizes that our emotional well-being should not be overly dependent on our romantic partnerships. By maintaining a healthy detachment from the perceived necessity of a relationship, we protect our inner peace and make more rational decisions about who to let into our lives. Lastly, inner tranquility, the ultimate goal of Stoicism. This state is achieved by maintaining a rational, calm mind regardless of the external circumstances. In relationships, this principle teaches us to resolve conflicts with calmness and rationality, and to accept the imperfections in our partners and ourselves. It encourages us to approach relationship challenges with a perspective that values long-term harmony and personal growth over temporary passions or disputes. In Stoic philosophy, the concept of respect is foundational, not just as a courtesy but as a principle for maintaining dignity and rationality in human interactions. Disrespect, in any form, is fundamentally incompatible with Stoic teachings because it disrupts the harmony and mutual understanding that are essential in any relationship, be it romantic, professional, or platonic. Why should a Stoic never accept disrespect? Stoicism teaches us to value ourselves and respect others, promoting a life of virtue and integrity. Accepting disrespect, therefore, is a betrayal of one's self-worth and an acceptance of irrationality from others. It erodes the foundation of self-respect that Stoics strive to uphold and weakens one's character by allowing external behaviors to dictate internal peace. Furthermore, the importance of mutual respect in relationships cannot be overstated. Respect serves as the bedrock upon which other qualities such as trust, love, and understanding are built. When respect is reciprocal, it fosters an environment where both individuals can thrive independently and together. In the context of a romantic relationship, mutual respect means recognizing and valuing the other person's autonomy, desires, and opinions as equally important as your own. From a Stoic viewpoint, maintaining one's dignity in the face of disrespect involves responding with equanimity and reason rather than retaliation or submission. It's about asserting one's worth through calm, rational communication and setting clear boundaries. If these boundaries are repeatedly violated despite reasonable efforts to maintain them, a Stoic must consider distancing themselves from the source of disrespect to preserve their well-being and inner tranquility. In essence, not accepting disrespect is not about pride or ego, it's about protecting one's fundamental right to be treated with dignity and to ensure that relationships are constructive, not destructive. This alignment with Stoic principles helps individuals navigate their interactions with wisdom and integrity, ensuring that their relationships enhance, rather than compromise, their pursuit of a virtuous life. In our exploration of Stoic principles within relationships, we encounter the pivotal value of truth and transparency. Stoicism, at its core, advocates for living in accordance with nature, which includes being genuine and truthful in all our interactions. This commitment to honesty is not merely moral but practical, enhancing our ability to make wise decisions and maintain clarity in our lives. Why is honesty so crucial in relationships? Stoicism teaches that the fabric of strong relationships is woven with threads of trust, and trust is built on the foundation of transparency and honesty. When deceit enters the relationship, it acts like a tear in this fabric, weakening the trust that has been built. Once trust is compromised, the stability of the entire relationship is at risk. Partners may begin to doubt not just the facts but the intentions and character of each other, leading to a cascade of misunderstandings and conflicts. Deceit, according to Stoic thought, is a form of self-harm as well. It corrupts the deceiver's character and distances them from the Stoic ideal of living a virtuous and undisturbed life. It's a betrayal of one's own rationality and integrity, essential components of the Stoic pursuit of eudaimonia, or a flourishing life. In relationships, when one person chooses deceit over transparency, they are not only damaging the trust that binds the relationship but are also veering away from the Stoic path of personal ethical development. Furthermore, Stoicism advocates facing reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. This means that being truthful and demanding truth are both critical. Transparency fosters a realistic perception of where the relationship stands and what it needs to thrive. It enables both partners to deal with issues head-on rather than letting unspoken truths fester into bigger problems. Moving forward in our exploration of Stoic principles in relationships, we come to the topic of overdependence. Stoicism teaches self-sufficiency, not just in the material sense, but also emotionally and intellectually. The Stoics believed that true freedom and peace come from relying primarily on oneself, cultivating an inner resilience that remains stable regardless of external circumstances. Why is overdependence dangerous in relationships? Firstly, emotional overdependence can lead to a loss of personal identity and autonomy. When one's happiness and emotional stability are too tightly bound to another person, fluctuations in the relationship can cause disproportionate disturbances in one's own emotional state. This not only places undue pressure on the partner but also detracts from the individual's development and happiness, which should ideally be self-derived. Financial overdependence has similar repercussions. It can create a power imbalance in the relationship, where the financially dependent partner may feel less equal or less capable of making independent decisions. This dynamic can breed resentment and insecurity, potentially leading to conflict and dissatisfaction for both parties involved. From a Stoic perspective, cultivating self-sufficiency is key to maintaining a healthy relationship. This does not mean isolating oneself or avoiding emotional connections. Rather, it involves developing a robust sense of self that can contribute to the relationship from a position of strength and stability, not neediness or dependency. The Stoic practice of self-sufficiency encourages individuals to find contentment and value within themselves, ensuring that their relationship is an addition to their life, not the sole source of their well-being. This approach fosters healthier dynamics where both partners can enjoy mutual respect and equality, supporting each other without becoming crutches. Moreover, Stoicism doesn't dismiss the value of supporting each other in times of need. It simply advocates for a balance where support does not transform into dependency. Each partner should strive to maintain their independence in skills, finances, and emotional health, while also being a reliable and supportive companion. In essence, by embracing Stoic self-sufficiency, individuals can build relationships that are not only loving and supportive but also marked by personal freedom and growth. This balance is essential for the relationship to thrive without compromising the personal integrity and development of the individuals involved. In this segment, we delve into a crucial aspect of relationships as viewed through the lens of Stoic philosophy: the sanctity of personal boundaries and the preservation of inner peace. Stoicism teaches us that personal boundaries are not just preferences, they are essential components of a healthy life and relationships. They help us define who we are and what we value, and they protect our right to personal growth and inner tranquility. Why are personal boundaries critical according to Stoicism? Stoics believe in living a life of virtue in accordance with nature, and this includes respecting oneself and others. Violations of personal boundaries disrupt this natural order, leading to internal conflict and disturbing one's peace of mind. Such violations can take many forms, from disregarding one's need for personal space to overriding one's choices or ignoring expressed needs and preferences. From a Stoic perspective, maintaining inner peace is paramount, and this is directly tied to how well our boundaries are respected. Inner peace, according to Stoicism, comes from aligning one's life with reason and virtue, and this alignment is challenged when boundaries are not honored. This disruption can lead to emotional turmoil, which is antithetical to the Stoic goal of tranquility. The importance of communicating and respecting personal boundaries cannot be overstated. Effective communication of one's boundaries is a form of self-respect and an assertion of one's rational autonomy. It involves clearly defining what is acceptable and what is not, in terms of behavior, emotional demands, and even physical space. On the flip side, respecting another's boundaries is equally important. It demonstrates a respect for their rational nature and their rights as an individual, which are core tenets of Stoic philosophy. In practice, respecting boundaries might look like asking for consent before sharing personal details, recognizing and adapting to someone's comfort levels in social settings, or supporting a partner's pursuit of personal interests even when they differ from one's own. It's about recognizing that true intimacy and connection come from mutual respect and understanding, not from overstepping or dissolving boundaries. Thus, by upholding the sanctity of personal boundaries, we not only honor Stoic principles but also foster relationships that are genuinely supportive and enriching. This leads to not only healthier interactions but also contributes to the overall well-being and growth of each individual involved. In our journey through Stoic guidance on relationships, we now approach the turbulent waters of excessive jealousy. As Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor, once advised, "Keep thyself simple, good, pure, serious, free from affectation, a friend of justice, a worshipper of the gods, kind, affectionate, strenuous in all proper acts." Let's reflect on this as we consider the Stoic response to jealousy, which can cloud our simplicity and purity of thought. Excessive jealousy, according to Stoic philosophy, is a perturbation of the soul. It disrupts our rational thinking and serenity. It springs from a fear of loss or inadequacy, often magnified by our imagination rather than grounded in reality. Jealousy is like a storm that blurs the clear skies of our mind, compelling us to react to shadows rather than substance. How should a Stoic handle and understand the root causes of jealousy? Stoicism teaches us to return to reason and focus on what is within our control. When feelings of jealousy arise, it is crucial to engage in self-reflection. One must ask oneself, what is this emotion telling me about my values and attachments? Am I placing too much of my peace in externalities, in things or relationships that I cannot control? Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, eloquently said, "To wish to be well is a part of becoming well." In the context of jealousy, wishing to overcome it is the first step toward rational management of this emotion. It involves understanding that our self-worth is not determined by others but by our own virtue and integrity. We must cultivate contentment within ourselves and recognize that the actions of others are outside our direct control. Stoics would advise us to focus on fostering trust and open communication in relationships. By discussing feelings of jealousy openly and constructively, we not only confront these emotions but also strengthen our relationships through honesty and vulnerability. Moreover, transforming jealousy into a catalyst for personal growth is a profound Stoic practice. Rather than allowing jealousy to consume us, we can use it to assess our insecurities and address them with self-improvement and self-compassion. In conclusion, excessive jealousy can cloud our reason and disturb our tranquility, but Stoicism offers a pathway through the storm. By grounding ourselves in rational thought, focusing on internal development, and fostering open communication, we can navigate these emotions effectively, ensuring that our relationships are built on solid, virtuous foundations. As we continue our exploration of Stoic principles in relationships, we encounter an often overlooked but deeply impactful aspect: negativity. Stoicism, with its focus on virtue and rationality, teaches us to approach life with a positive and constructive mindset. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic philosopher, advised, "Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars, and see yourself running with them." This metaphor is a powerful reminder to rise above the petty negativities that can cloud our interactions. Negativity, especially when persistent, can act like a slow poison in relationships. It distorts perceptions, fuels discontent, and can drive a wedge between individuals. For Stoics, the presence of continuous negativity contradicts the pursuit of a harmonious and reasoned life. It disrupts not only personal tranquility but also the collective peace of any relationship. How should one handle pervasive negativity? The Stoic approach is twofold: understanding its roots and responding with positivity and rationality. Often, negativity stems from unresolved personal issues or misplaced expectations. It is crucial to reflect inwardly, to understand the source of this negativity, whether it comes from insecurity, past trauma, or dissatisfaction with one's own life. Self-awareness is the first step toward change. Seneca once said, "No person has the power to have everything they want, but it is in their power not to want what they don't have, and to cheerfully put to good use what they do have." Applying this principle, Stoics would focus on appreciating the present and cultivating gratitude for what is positive in their lives and relationships, rather than dwelling on the negative. In practice, addressing negativity in relationships means engaging in open, honest communication. It involves expressing concerns without blame and listening actively to understand rather than to respond. This fosters a supportive environment where both partners feel heard and valued, reducing feelings of negativity. Moreover, Stoicism encourages us to lead by example. By embodying positivity and rationality, we can influence our relationships for the better. Just as negativity can spread, so too can positivity. By adopting a Stoic disposition, we encourage those around us to focus on the good, enhancing the overall quality of our interactions and deepening our connections. As we wrap up our discussion on the 7 things you should never accept from a woman's Stoicism, we've journeyed through essential Stoic principles that guide us in fostering healthier and more fulfilling relationships. From refusing to accept disrespect and dishonesty to understanding the dangers of manipulation and overdependence, we've explored how Stoicism teaches us to maintain our dignity, autonomy, and inner tranquility. We also discussed the significance of respecting personal boundaries, handling excessive jealousy constructively, and combating negativity with a rational and positive outlook. These are not just strategies for managing relationships but are profound life lessons that echo the Stoic commitment to living virtuously and with rational integrity. Remember, the essence of Stoicism isn't about isolating oneself or avoiding relationships. It's about engaging with the world and with others in a way that is grounded in self-respect, rationality, and virtue. It's about ensuring that our interactions enhance our lives and the lives of those around us, promoting not just personal well-being but also contributing to a more rational and harmonious society. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of Stoic wisdom applied to modern relationships. If you found these insights valuable, please consider subscribing to our channel, Beyond Stoicism, and share this video with those who might also benefit from it. Let's continue to support each other in our journey towards a more virtuous, tranquil, and fulfilling life. Your comments and thoughts on this topic are welcome, so please leave them below. Stay tuned for more discussions on how Stoic principles can help us navigate the complexities of modern life.